Now at 5, some of baseball's biggest fans are pouring into the city for tonight's MLB Home Run Derby. And we are also just a little over 24 hours out from the All-Star Game. This is a live look out at Citizens Bank Park. Inside, home to all of the festivities. It's just an exciting week for sure. Welcome to the Fox 29 News at 5. I'm Sheba Russell.
Hey, I'm Jason Martinez here at Citizens Bank Park in South Philly. Sheba, good to see you. Good to be here. We're at the All-Star Fan Zone. And, of course, we know the bank is rocking in Red October, but right now in the middle of July, it is the center of the baseball world. It is so exciting to be here. We've been looking forward to this day for over a year now, and it's finally here, the Home Run Derby tonight. We just wrapped up with player availability, kind of a media day for all the All-Stars. It was chaos. Media and influencers from all over the world were there, and we'll show you some of that here over the next hour or so, as well as our Phantastic Sports Show at 6:30. Now, earlier today, some of the All-Stars, they stopped by the Under Armour dugout today on Market Street. Bryce Harper, Bobby Witt Jr., Juan Soto were there meeting with fans. And then an All-Star Legacy Project dedication at the Veterans Multi-Service Center on 4th Street. Also taking place a little bit earlier today. Our city has been set up to host the world for the last month and a half, of course, with the World Cup and the America 250 festivities. That event hosted by Major League Baseball and Phillies Charities. Also, SEPTA offering free rides to the NRG station for all the fans coming to the Home Run Derby. It starts in about 3 hours from right now. So 3 hours of partying, anticipation, Bryce and Kyle competing against each other in a field of 8. Bragging rights on the line. So much fun to be had. Let's get to Chris O'Connell, somewhere out there here around from where I am. Chris, where are you and how is it?
We're at the third base gate, Jason, where the gates just opened to Home Run Derby 3 hours out. Take a look at the crowd now. A decidedly Philadelphia Phillies crowd, but we're seeing some Yankees fans. We're seeing some Chicago fans, but just a great kind of celebratory night here where thousands of fans are pouring in for one of baseball's biggest nights. Take a look at some video. The gates, yes, are finally open. Baseball fans wasting no time to get in here. Home Run Derby returns to Philadelphia for the first time in 30 years. We're here to see the stars. We're here to see some big hitters, but mostly the kids, especially those wearing the gloves, hoping to try to catch a home run ball. They're here for their two clear hometown favorites, Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper. You brought your glove, I see. What are you hoping to see?
Me catching a home run by Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah, you want a Kyle Schwarber home run?
Yeah.
Awesome. It's going to be great. I'm so excited. We're excited. First time for both of us. Let's do it. We're ready to rock.
What are you looking forward to most?
Seeing a lot of home runs. A lot of home runs. A lot of bombs.
It's my first time, yeah. I'm hoping to see home runs like Schwarber, Harper, obviously.
As we bring you back out here live, you see the All-Star Game logo. People are getting their pictures in front of, and most of the people coming in here, since it is a home run derby, Jason, they're bringing in their gloves. And I've never caught a home run before, so I decided to bring out the big glove. How about this? If you want a home run, this is the glove. That's the glove to do it in the outfield. As a matter of fact, Geico's giving away hundreds of these. If you're in sections 142, 145 in the left field area, they're on the seat, so you want to get in there. How about that glove, huh? No glove, no love.
I love it.
You got one here tonight.
Exactly.
Bank Park.
I've heard that saying before, but not in a home run derby reference. Chris, thank you very much. Those Geico gloves, they're like quadruple the size of a regular glove. You can't miss it. So I bring in Abrila Moore, my Phantastic Sports Show co-host. We are in the fan zone here. This is on Netflix, by the way, tonight. So if you don't have a subscription, I mean, maybe call a friend who has one.
Yeah, you're going to have to figure something out here as we inch closer and closer to the start of the Home Run Derby at 8 o'clock tonight. Fans basically just allowed, Jason, to come in. They're actually running. I don't know if you can see that behind.
There they go. They're running in.
They're actually running into this fan fest. So super exciting time here. And this is a really fun just couple of days in general.
Oh, yeah.
6 representatives for the Phillies involved in this All-Star game. And it's a once-in-a-career opportunity to be a Philly as the Phillies are hosting the All-Star game, and that opportunity is not lost on any of these guys. As Jason mentioned earlier in the top of the show, we caught up with a bunch of them earlier today to ask their thoughts on it, and boy, are they just so excited to see the events here.
I love it. I'm loving everything right now. I got no complaints, but it's yeah, I know it's going to be a super special weekend. I know me and the guys to my right, we're really happy that it's here. We didn't have to go too far, so but yeah, it's going to be a special couple of days.
It's just a lot of fun. I think you know, obviously doing it in DC, it was a blast. I had a great time. You know when you hit a ball where it's going to go and how far it's going to go. So I think that's a good one. It's always fun to do it in your home ballpark. So I'm excited to do it tonight.
Oh, definitely going to take it in. I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be exciting, and just happy to be a part of this and get to the home run derby tonight.
Jason, by the way, I said, you know, good hosts always have some bro tips for their city, right? So if there's one thing that somebody needs to see, eat, do, etc. here in Philadelphia, what would it be? Kyle Schwarber says, go to the zoo. Take some time and go to the zoo. He loves the zoo, apparently. Also, Angelo's Steaks are getting a major shout out. Jesus Luzardo, Brandon Marsh, both saying that. So it's a little bit of a co-signing going on there. But the zoo from Kyle Schwarber.
How about that? He takes his family to the Philadelphia Zoo.
The zoo.
Says it's sneaky big on the inside.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, fun fact, it's also the oldest zoo in America.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we learned a lot with Kyle today, so super fun.
It feels big. It feels like a big event. The center of the baseball world is here. The players, the stars are here. So happy for Brandon Marsh, who's a part of it, in hitting 7th in the lineup. By the way, Schwarber hitting 1st in the lineup. We'll get into all that. We've got a big, fantastic sports show tonight at 6:30. Can't wait for that. In the meantime, here's the Go Vote. We're keeping it simple. Fox29.com/Go Vote. Who you got? I mean, basically, you got 8 guys to choose from, but really,
you got 2. For this home run derby here, and I'm going to go Schwarber.
I am too.
He's the leader. I feel like he can get it done.
He's got to make it rain Schwarbombs tonight. Again, it's 8 o'clock, so 3 hours of tailgating, partying, taking it all in for fans. Philadelphia fans, obviously well represented. Yeah. Hey, let me see that glove. Let's see it. I come back on camera here. That's it. They got their gloves. They're ready for the home run. You're going to catch a home run ball? Let's go. All right. These guys having a great time. So let's switch over to Kathy now because it's hot, but the wind is blowing and it's a slightly cool breeze. I don't know if it's blowing out. Kathy, you can tell me, but hot, but you know, it's July. It's a beautiful July day.
Yeah, you have a great day, Jason. Great observations. And by tomorrow, the weather's going to be even more important. So first, let's talk about tonight. Citizens Bank Park, obviously, it's beautiful out there, and there is a little bit of a breeze. It's 85 degrees. The humidity is moderate, and that's going to be changing over the next couple of days. 85 in the city, 85 in Allentown, 81 in Millville. And we're looking at those dew point temperatures. How much moisture is in the atmosphere? How humid is it? We're at 63, and that's a little bit muggy, but not as high as it's going to be getting. So for that home run derby at Citizens Bank Park, right around 8 o'clock, we'll be at 81 degrees. So it's definitely comfortable. By the time we make it into tomorrow, it's a different story. We do have a south-southwest wind at 9 miles an hour. It's not a big wind, but for our lefties, those left-handed batters, and of course that Schwarber and Harper, that will help that ball go over the right field wall. We'll talk more about the weather for the All-Star game coming up later in the broadcast.
Giving us what we need.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Kathy. 2 days out from those powerful storms, and we're still seeing evidence of Mother Nature's wrath. Check out this tree down in Haverton, Delaware County. It is blocking the whole road there. This was on Alston and Sagamore around 2 this afternoon. And parts of Montgomery County also hit by this weekend's severe weather. This is a look along City Avenue in Penn Wind this morning. Down trees and debris in the roads. No matter where you live, cleanup is going to take some time. New details developing tonight involving a deadly mass shooting in Philadelphia's Crescentville neighborhood. Tonight, we know a total of 5 people were shot less than 24 hours ago, and 1 man did not survive. And Joanne, most of the victims are teenagers?
Yeah, that's right, Shiva, they were. Well, you know, Independence Day festivities happened more than a week ago, but there's always lingering fireworks around, right? And that's what some people thought they heard last night. But it was anything but that. It was gunfire. As many as 17 shots fired here at the Hill Creek apartment complex in the Lawncrest section of Northeast Philadelphia. It is close to Crescentville, Feltonville. But in the end, as you said, one person was killed, 4 others injured, several of them teenagers.
About 15 shots. 15, 16 shots. I kind of thought it was like something like an AR-15 or something like that.
Most residents here not willingly spilling the tea about a mass shooting at Hill Creek Apartments in Lawncrest, Northeast Philly.
Nothing new around here. Get a lot of gunfire. Like maybe 3 weeks, maybe a month ago, I heard it right in front of my door.
But around midnight Sunday, police responded to gunfire in the 500 block of East Hill Creek Drive. It's a complex of more than 300 two-story brick Philadelphia Housing Authority apartments. It's one of the largest in the city.
We received a 911 call for juveniles at a location inside the complex here that had been shot.
Cops found 2 teens who'd been shot and took them to the hospital. Elsewhere in the complex, they found an adult male and 2 others had also been shot. The adult male was deceased at the hospital. This resident fearful and keeps his son inside.
Well, if you give these kids something else to do, that they wouldn't have a need to go mess with guns, you know. Give them, but you know, there are places around here, but it's far and few in between.
Cops reviewing surveillance cameras and trying to find out how it started and who had a gun or guns.
It seems to have stemmed from some kind of party that was out here, but unsure of the motive at this time.
So there was also a party Saturday night into Sunday morning. There were shots fired. No one hit, no one injured in that shooting. So 2 shootings, 2 nights in a row, and that has brought police to the area. About a half hour ago, Philadelphia police detail on bicycles went inside the complex. They rode around looking for information, presumably. Again, Philadelphia police and the Philadelphia Housing Authority use shot spotter technology, so they know immediately when gunshots are fired in one of the PHA complexes. Again, the investigation continues. No identity yet of the one deceased adult male. These others who were shot, 2 of them were teenagers. Philadelphia police continuing this investigation. For now, we're live in Lawncrest. I'm Joanne Pileggi, Fox 29 News. Back to you, Sheba.
Joanne, thank you. Investigators back at a home in Olney today. Philadelphia police say the activity is part of ongoing efforts to obtain more evidence. The FBI confirming its evidence response team is also there assisting police. The property on the 400 block of West Chew Avenue has been under investigation since the arrest of 44-year-old Eugene Horsch. He's facing gun and drug charges after police say a June 19th incident led to his arrest in Old City. Police say they found guns, chemicals they believe he used to make drugs, and other suspicious items inside the house in Olney. Horsch's preliminary hearing is set for August 6th. We now know who will finish the rest of the Senate term for the late Lindsey Graham. An announcement coming about an hour ago from South Carolina's governor, and just hours after President Trump recommended this person on social media, and just days after Graham's sudden passing.
Does your student loan payment make you cringe? We get it. Saying goodbye to that much money every month can be tough, but by refinancing to a lower rate through Credible.com, you could drastically cut your monthly payments. At Credible, you get personalized rates from multiple lenders, so it's easy to find the refi that puts the most cash back in your pocket. And life with extra cash is, well, extra. Visit Credible.com now to see your new monthly student loan payment.
Fox is your home for the biggest World Cup ever. The biggest stars.
Magical Messi.
The biggest games. One golden dream.
What on earth have we just witnessed?
The 2026 FIFA World Cup on Fox 1.
Developing tonight, a man arrested for attempted murder after police say he hit a 24-year-old man who was riding a bike on a sidewalk in Abington Township. That man is now in critical condition. So, Jill, why is the driver being charged with attempted murder here?
Yeah, we'll detail it all. It's a lot to unpack, Sheba. 40-year-old Philip Prince has been arrested, as you said, for attempted murder, aggravated assault by vehicle, and other charges relating to that bicycle crash that happened right on this street on Sunday evening. The bicyclist, 24-year-old Colin Cassidy, is in critical condition. The Montgomery County District Attorney and the Abington Township Police Chief say Prince was taken into custody here at the scene. That's the 2800 block of Meyer Avenue. According to the affidavit, witnesses at the scene at the time said that Cassidy was intentionally struck following a dispute, and that led the Abington Police Department and the Montgomery County Detective Bureau to start their joint investigation. The affidavit also mentions two teen witnesses identified as BK and RE. The one said Prince's vehicle went into the opposing lane and struck Cassidy from behind on the vehicle, while the other mentioned the Jeep went on the sidewalk to then strike Cassidy. And when it comes to Prince, that preliminary hearing is set for July 22nd, and bail is set at $1 million. Here in Glenside, Jill Croce, Fox 29 News. Sheba.
Jill, thank you. Right now, we've learned that South Carolina's governor has appointed the late Senator Lindsey Graham's sister, Darlene Graham Nordone, to serve the remainder of his term. Graham died over the weekend at age 71 due to an aortic dissection, a tear in the main artery that carries blood to the heart. Nordone will fill in for Graham until the end of his term in January. She will be the first woman to represent South Carolina in the Senate and is expected to be sworn in on Monday.
It is such a privilege to get to finish some of his important work, and I promise to work hard over the next several months to support the president and carry forward the efforts of my brother on behalf of the citizens of South Carolina and the United States.
A special election will be held next month to pick a new Republican nominee in the general election for Graham's seat. And tonight we're joined by Dr. Mike to talk more about his cause of death. Hey there, Dr. Mike.
Well, hello, Sheba. I hate to talk about things like this, but this is reality, and it happens.
Aortic dissection, that's not words that we hear every day, and that's being blamed for his cause of death here. Can you explain more about this? We know it's a tear in the main artery, but can you just explain more on what that means?
Right. So what we do here is, and I want to show you Bob over here, basically the aorta comes out of the heart, goes around and feeds blood to the rest of the body. Now, if you have an area in that part or up here in the aorta, you can get into trouble because if there's a tear, and we usually see that kind of damage in someone who has a lot of plaque, someone who has high blood pressure, someone who has high cholesterol, all of those things put together, if there is a tear in that layer, the intimal layer, you can then get blood going into a false chamber there, and it's catastrophic. The likelihood of surviving is 50% at best. And even people that make it to the hospital, only 50% of them will survive. So this is something that is catastrophic and reminds us all that we have to make sure that we're getting studies, including cholesterol, making sure our blood pressure is under control. And if you have any symptoms at all, you need to check with your healthcare provider, because imaging can pick up on this. A CT angiogram is what we do.
What signs would people be able to look out for here to know that something is wrong?
Well, if it's a certain type of dissection, Sheba, you do have some time. You'll get chest pain. It might radiate to the front or the back. In his case, it was one of these catastrophic events where it came on suddenly. He had no warning and had earth-shattering chest pain. And at first, they thought he may have had a heart attack, and that commonly is part of the diagnostic picture. However, the coroner has reported that it was a dissection. And that's, again, a rather catastrophic event and can lead to sudden death.
Would those symptoms be the same for women, Dr. Mike? Chest pain?
You're not going to experience a dissection of the aorta and not know it, all right? In women who have heart disease and have symptoms of a heart attack, sometimes they can be subtle. Sheba, this is not subtle, whether you're a man or a woman. And by the way, it occurs mostly in men, anywhere between 50 and 70, and he fits the profile. The other interesting thing, if you go back in time, his father died of a heart attack back in his early 60s. Now, could it have been an aortic dissection? The reason I bring that up is because you have a 6-fold increased risk if you have a first-degree relative that had a dissection of the aorta.
Would this still have happened if he were on, let's say, a statin?
Well, this didn't happen overnight, although it's a sudden thing. I mean, I would like to know what his cholesterol was. I would like to know what his blood pressure was. And look, 71 is now not that old. You're a young
Yeah, I agree with
person.
you on that. Yeah.
You're darn right. So basically, I would like to know, and Sheba, you know this, I test people. I look for things because I want to go to the Grim Reaper's house before the Grim Reaper comes to my house.
Yeah, you are very proactive on all of that. Dr. Mike, you know, we don't know the late senator's medical history, but I think it's just important to say that. We don't know his medical history, but I think this is just a reminder to make sure we get our physicals and get checked for all of the above items that you just recommended. Dr. Mike, thank you for your time. I love you always.
You beat me to it again. I love you. Love you, Sheba.
All right,
you
love you.
rock.
Thank you, Dr. Mike. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back.
Fox is your home for the biggest World Cup ever. The biggest stars.
Magical Messi.
The biggest games. One golden dream.
What on earth have we just witnessed?
The 2026 FIFA World Cup on Fox 1.
New developments in the war with Iran tonight. President Trump says the U.S. military will resume its blockade of Iranian ships in the Strait of Hormuz starting tomorrow afternoon at 4. The president says the U.S. will act as a so-called guardian and charge ships to pass through the critical waterway. The U.S. also launched another wave of heavy strikes on Iran today. A package of energy bills signed by New Jersey Governor Mikey Sherrill today. She says the new laws are designed to help lower electricity costs, strengthen the power grid, and prepare for growing energy demand across the state. Governor Sherrill says the new laws will save residents $1 billion a year behind a $25 electric bill credit for millions of residents.
This is how we build the future for our kids here in the state. This is how we don't kick the can down the road, and we make sure in 10 years we're not still facing a power generation problem or affordability crisis.
Critics have argued some of the long-term savings will depend on how the laws are implemented and whether they keep pace with rising electricity demand. The governor says this is all part of her broader plan to expand energy supply across the state. And we'll have more news after this.
Hey, it's Sydney. I remember that mix of nerves and excitement, but you got this because you came to Temple with everything you're made of. Here, professors will challenge you, friends will support you, and the city will shape you. Temple shows you what you're made for. Real experience, real community, real success. That's what it means to be Temple made.
Fox is your home for the biggest World Cup ever. The biggest stars.
Magical Messi.
The biggest games. One golden dream.
What on earth have we just witnessed?
The 2026 FIFA World Cup on Fox 1.
Welcome back to All-Star festivities. The All-Star game is 24 hours away. Of course, it's Derby days. You take a live look at the field in tip-top shape there. Citizens Bank Park, home of the Derby and the All-Star game, a day we've looked forward to for so long. It's great to be with you. We are in the All-Star fan zone. Of course, one of the other storylines of the day is it's hot. It's hot and, you know, a little humid, but it's July, and it's about to get even hotter. Fox Weather's Katie Byrne. Katie, good to see you. Where are you? And, you know, it could be hotter. You know, 4th of July, it was hotter than this.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, I'm not far away from you. I can see the fan zone from where I'm standing at, but I'm talking to fans who just went inside. We've got the gates opening behind me just about a half an hour ago, and long lines of folks rushed in, and we still have lots of people making their way into Citizens Bank Park. Everybody's telling me, and by the way, there's a lot of Phillies gear out here. Everyone is telling me that it's worth it to them. Sitting in the heat, baking in their seats, they're happy to do it for what they call a once or twice in a generation opportunity to see baseball's biggest stars in Philadelphia, America's birthplace. So it's an exciting moment for a lot of people, and people are getting creative in terms of how they're going to deal with the heat. I've seen lots of fans hanging around people's necks, a lot of people, of course, chugging that water on their way in and coming up with all kinds of ways that they're going to stay cool the next couple of days. You know, tomorrow forecasters are calling for the heat index to hit triple digits, and it could be the start of the 4th heat wave to hit Philadelphia so far since May. So it has been a hot summer already, but I mean, that's not going to stop these fans.
I was here on July 1st when in the middle of that heat wave, and you have to manage it pretty well. But you know, once you're in it, and you know, you just kind of deal with it when you can. The third base side is always the best side to sit on, avoid the sun. A lot of shade in there too. You can dip out in the concourse and you know, cool off if you need to.
The good thing about tonight's Home Run Derby and tomorrow's All-Star Game both start at 8 o'clock, so well after the hottest part of the day, and you know, just a little bit of sweating from like 5 to 8. You know, you'll be sweating in your seats a little bit, Jason.
No doubt, and we got the water going. I think I might need a Gatorade. I mean, it's hot, but there's a little cloud above us right now that's giving us some shade. It feels amazing. Hey, Katie, thank you so much. I know you're a Phillies fan. You're trying to be neutral, but you're not. You're a Philly girl, and you are rooting for the Phillies. We know that, so all good. She's a total professional. Thank you very much, Katie Burns. So we're here at the Fan Zone, and I thought it might be interesting to show you this. The participants, the 8 participants in the Home Run Derby, are incentivized by money. In fact, the winner gets $1 million. Second place or runner-up gets $500,000. Then the other 6 get $150,000. This is cash in a backpack or something. I don't know. But here's the cool part I like the most. The person who hits the longest home run, the longest tape-measured job, gets a bonus of $100,000. So, okay, a little money in it. And so the rich get richer, I guess. So will Schwarber, Harper, or somebody else have that extra $1 million in their pocket by the time they walk out of here tonight? We shall see. MLB All-Star Week, bringing a chance for Philadelphia residents to give back to the community. The American Red Cross and Ford hosting a block party and blood drive today at the Pacifico Ford on Essington Avenue in Southwest Philly. The event encouraged fans to donate blood, help fill a truck with food for families in need, and support hunger relief efforts. The MLB also, the Derby starting tonight at 8 at the park, as you know. And we got a sneak peek at the prep work and some of the Derby bats being used by the players. That's a big night for the Phillies, Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper. This is the first time that the team has had 2 teammates competing at the same time. So, and we talked to both of them about it. I said, hey, what's the competition like, Kyle, between you and Bryce Harper? He said, hey, it's for real. He wants to do a little like fun fantasy football style bet for the loser. Like somebody's got to do something embarrassing if they lose. We'll see what happens. Kyle Schwarber's my pick. I think he's a fan's pick. He's the public's pick to win tonight. Let me step out of the way. There it is. That's the fan zone. Everybody, and that's the cocktail line. So, Kathy, if you were here, that would be the line you would be in right now.
Yes, it would.
To get a cocktail here. And I think they're trying to get a souvenir. The reason they're in the line is there's a souvenir beer they're trying to get. So it'll be a collectible. So
I love that.
It's a tough day to stand in line, but is it really a tough day? I mean, they're here at the Derby.
You know
there
what?
are worse days.
Is it a really tough day? Because did they work today, or did they get out of work early today? Exactly. I don't know how tough this is, Jason. And you know, by tomorrow.
I mean, is this work?
I don't know. Is this work?
No.
I wish I was with you. I wish I was with you. So much fun. We have to talk about the weather because tomorrow is going to be a day to stay hydrated with water because it's going to be hot everywhere. Let's take you back to Citizens Bank Park. So much excitement. It's hard to believe we just had FIFA across the street at Philadelphia Stadium, and now we're back at Citizens Bank Park. 85 degrees, winds out of the west at 16 miles an hour. Temperatures around the region in the 80s, 70s in the Poconos, 70s down the shore. And we look at those dew point temperatures. We're in the 50s and 60s. 60s. So it's a little muggy with a 63-degree dew point, but not awful. You see that deep blue sky that Jason was talking about. And for that home run derby at 8 p.m. when it begins, it will be 81 degrees with temperatures falling. South-southwest winds at 9 miles an hour favor the left-handed batters because that's our prevailing wind. Your lefties will hit more toward the right field. That's a prevailing wind in the stadium in the summer, and that will be even more influential for the game tomorrow night. Overnight lows in the 60s, and during the day tomorrow, we start off in the 70s, we end in the 90s, going for a high of 95 degrees. Tomorrow's high temperatures well into the 90s, 80s down the shore, 89 in the Poconos, an extreme heat watch for Wednesday for the heat and humidity combined to make it feel like it's 110 degrees. All-Star game, 90 degrees at 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. That south-southwest wind once again favoring our lefties. Down the shore, Tuesday 80s, Wednesday 90s, Thursday 87, so even pretty warm down there. And on the 7-day forecast from your weather authority, 101 will be the peak of the heat on Wednesday, 98 Thursday, 95 Friday, and then turning stormy for your weekend with temperatures back in the 80s. This is heat wave number 5 for the year. Wow.
Rinse and repeat. All right, Kath, thank you. We have been celebrating American history all year long, and on this day, Hollywood gets its letters in 1923. The famous sign, consisting of 50-foot-tall letters spelling out Hollywoodland, was dedicated in the Hollywood Hills to promote a subdivision. The last 4 letters were removed 26 years later. How about that for history? And then in 1930, the first FIFA World Cup kicked off in Uruguay. At the time, 13 teams, including the U.S., qualified. Host country Uruguay took home the title.
Fox is your home for the biggest World Cup ever. The biggest stars.
Magical Messi.
The biggest games. One golden dream.
What on earth have we just witnessed?
The 2026 FIFA World Cup on Fox 1.
Hollywood remembering Jurassic Park star Sam Neill, his family announcing on social media that his death today was sudden and unexpected. Neill was diagnosed with a rare form of blood cancer back in 2022, but his family statement said he remained cancer-free until he died and did not specify a cause of death. Neill was best known for playing Dr. Alan Grant in the Jurassic Park franchise and for his role in The Piano. He was 78 years old. In Lehigh County, a man is dead after being pulled from a house fire in South Whitehall Township. Firefighters responding to the 2800 block of Helen Street just after 4:30 this morning. They say the man died at the scene. And another man is in critical condition after crashing his dirt bike into a car head-on. Philadelphia police say he was speeding along the 3800 block of North Delaware Avenue in Port Richmond just after midnight today when he crossed into the opposite lane and hit that car. Police say he was ejected off his dirt bike and into another vehicle 100 yards away. A large World Cup security crackdown is underway. Law enforcement monitoring drones near the stadium ahead of the semifinals.
Fox is your home for the biggest World Cup ever. The biggest stars.
Magical Messi.
The biggest games. One golden dream.
What on earth have we just witnessed?
The 2026 FIFA World Cup on Fox 1.
A tractor trailer overturning in Gloucester County. Emergency management officials say it happened just after 4 this morning on Highway 55 South in Glassboro. Snarling traffic. Look at that. Investigators blaming a side swipe collision between the driver of the tractor trailer and the driver of an SUV. The truck driver suffered minor injuries. It is not clear how the other driver is doing. The FBI says it has seized more than 600 of drones flying in restricted airspace since the World Cup began last month. And according to federal law enforcement, that number is growing by the day. Fox's Asher Red live for us in Atlanta. So right now, Asher, drones are also playing a big surveillance role at this week's semifinals match right there in Atlanta.
Well, that's right, Sheba, and law enforcement here in Atlanta tell me that this is the largest security operation that this city has ever conducted, even bigger than the Super Bowl. So they're using drone teams on game days to scan for threats, both on the ground and in the air.
This is the FBI. You have violated a no-fly zone.
When it comes to drones, we are part of the enforcement arm of the FAA restriction that is in place for the area.
The FBI's Atlanta field office has seized 86 drones so far near World Cup venues.
We have to treat all of them as if they are a threat.
Tens of thousands of soccer fans attend each World Cup game, so the FBI wants to keep unknown drones far away from stadiums.
We don't want the game to be impacted because a hobbyist couldn't control their drone and it landed right when one of our star players was getting ready to score a goal.
There's different ways that you can use to weaponize these drones, right? So we're operating in a proactive manner.
But law enforcement says most of the people caught flying drones around the World Cup have been hobbyists with no bad intentions.
In some cases, they just recently bought the drone just for FIFA to get some of the cool footage that they want to put up on their social media.
The Atlanta Police Department says their drone mission is focused on surveillance from above.
So what we want to do is give our command staff a view that they can't get from the ground.
And we got to look at how it all works, with the Atlanta Police Department flying some of its drones from the back of an SUV using a computer and a PlayStation controller. These drones take off from docking stations around the city.
It's going to cut down time. We're going to get there quick, and then you're going to get an aerial perspective of what you can't see on the ground.
APD's drone team has completed 1,400 flights and logged 550 flight hours since the World Cup started.
Some people don't even do that in years or haven't even reached those numbers in the life of their drone unit.
We train for the environment. We live here, so we know what to expect.
And as for those drone hobbyists who just want to sneak a peek from the sky, the FBI is asking that they know the temporary flight restrictions before taking off. For example, on non-match days, there is a 1-mile restriction around stadiums and a 3-mile restriction around stadiums on game day. Sheba?
Asher, thank you. Fox 1 partnering with sports media company Overtime to launch a short-form digital series called Race to Glory. It is a competition featuring many popular streamers and influencers whose names you may not know, but your kids probably do. 2 teams face off in events for a prize of $100,000. Some of the events are soccer-themed to tie into the World Cup. They're filming content this week in Philly.
I didn't necessarily know these creators and these influencers when we were getting started. It's not my cup of tea, but to be around them for the last 4 weekends and to see how many kids come up and recognize them and I want their pictures and want their autograph and this and that, we're clearly working with something cool here.
This one's a bit crazy. We're on a yacht.
All right, well, it looks and sounds cool. The series is hosted by Jolie Sharp, whose Euro 2024 coverage generated more than 80 million views.
And Jason Martinez here at All-Star Fan Zone. It is Derby Day, and the fans, look behind me. I'll tell the colors of the fans will tell you all you need to know. Philadelphia will be represented tonight, won't it, guys? Yes! Let's go, Phils! Any Mets fans out there? I don't see any. Boo! Any Yankees fans? Boo! Any Red Sox fans? Hey, we're all family today. It's MLB. We're having a good time with them. But it's hot. I mean, it's hot. It could be worse, but it's still hot for some of these fans out here. But there's a little breeze here, Scott, and we're thankful for that. But we are bracing ourselves for tomorrow. Oh, absolutely. And your shades look cool out there, as well as that shirt that you were supposed to get me in spring training. I'm still waiting on it, Jason. Looking good out there. But of course, temperatures currently in the 80s and temperatures for tomorrow climbing into the 90s. So it's warm, but not as bad as it will be tomorrow. That humidity will start to increase. Of course, those temperatures mid 80s right now in South Philadelphia. That wind out of the west at about 16 miles per hour. Here's a look at the forecast for 8 o'clock. Low 80s. That wind will be out of the south-southwest around 9 miles per hour. Those temperatures will be falling through the low 80s into the upper 70s by 9 o'clock. Numbers for the overnight will dip into the upper 60s. For Philadelphia, around 69 degrees, mid 60s for the suburbs. But look at the forecast for tomorrow. Back to the 90s, 88 by noon, low to mid 90s for the high temperature. And yes, another round of extreme heat. We're talking temperatures for Wednesday peaking in the triple digits. So feels like temperatures for tomorrow afternoon with a high of 95 around 100. Feels like temperatures for Wednesday between 105 and 110 degrees. Those numbers for your Thursday staying in the upper 90s. So here we go again with the Triple H, the hazy, the hot, and the humid. Sheba, back over to you.
I think we're experts at this point, so we'll be ready. Scott, thank you.
We got to get warmed up again.
Yes. In your money news tonight, interest rates and rules are changing this month for student loans, meaning higher rates and new caps on how much you can borrow. Let's bring in finance professor and our consumer expert, Dan Riccotto, with more on what to expect here. Hey there, Dan.
What's up, Sheba? How you feeling?
Very well, very well. I'm not sure if it's as hot where you are as it has been in Philly, but we're trying to get through this summer. Okay, so this is a big change for students specifically. How much more in interest will they be paying this year? And does this also affect graduates?
Yes and yes. So here's the deal, Sheba. Every year, the federal government sets the interest rate on student loans in July, and that's for the following school year. And they're going up a bit, as you said. Undergrad loans, which is the most common one, Sheba, about 6.5%. That's up a little bit from last year. Grad students will pay over 8%. Parent Plus loans, which are really popular. That's how a lot of families after, the kids borrow what they can. That's how a lot of parents borrow to get their kids through college. They're going up over 9%. Private student loans, which I'm not very crazy about, Sheba, for lots of different reasons. They're all over the map, anywhere between 2.5% and 18%, depending on your credit. So bottom line is they're going up a little bit next year. That's the bad news. We also have some new caps in place now for the first time.
Okay, so what are those, the caps for student loans?
Well, the idea behind this is the federal government, as part of the big, beautiful bill, which was 2 years ago now, I think, decided we're going to do these caps to basically incent people to borrow less and incent colleges to get these kids through without becoming indentured servants, right? So for undergrads, for example, you're now capped out at $31,000 total. Grad school, about $100,000. Professions, law, medicine, $200,000. Parents are capped out at $65,000. There's a little bit of controversy, a little bit of debate here, Sheba, because, for example, nursing isn't part of professional, right? So there's some litigation going on right now that nursing and some other professions have been sort of mischaracterized or misclassified, meaning that we may have a shortage of those students because they can't get to borrow enough to get through their program. So there's still some debate going on there. It's not all final yet, but really this experiment with these caps is kind of interesting.
Yeah, especially for undergrad, $31,000 for 4 to 5 years. That's all you can take out.
Yeah,
but on the other side of it, as someone who graduated with a lot of loans, I kind of get it as well. All right, well, we have run out of time, Dan, so perhaps refinance, especially for those Parent Plus loans. That might be the way to go. Thank you, Dan.
You got it, Sheba. We'll see you next week.
Thank you. This is new tonight as 6 months of negotiations ending in $1 billion deal, and now a major Hollywood shakeup is facing a new test, a legal fight with a dozen attorneys general.
Fox is your home for the biggest World Cup ever. The biggest stars.
Magical Messi.
The biggest games. One golden dream.
What on earth have we just witnessed?
The 2026 FIFA World Cup on Fox 1.
Each week, we jump in the car and check out some of the cool places in our area.
I love it. Got it. And wait till you see the food.
Go Birds!
Oh, I don't know about this one.
A little privacy, please.
Mondays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. on Fox 29.
If it seems like you're seeing more Labrador retrievers around the neighborhood, you are not imagining things. New data from Trusted House Sitters shows Labs are the most popular dog breed in both Pennsylvania and Delaware. It is also the #1 breed across 28 other states. In New Jersey, Shih Tzus take the top spot. The Fox 29 News at 6 starts in about 90 seconds. But before that, here's tonight's Fox News report.
Good evening, I'm Bill Malugin, and this is your Fox News report. President Trump reinstating a blockade against Iran as tensions over the Strait of Hormuz reemerge. The U.S. reportedly hitting about 140 targets this morning, with continued strikes ordered tonight. Tehran retaliating against neighboring countries. Tributes are rolling in for Senator Lindsey Graham after his sudden death on Saturday, suffering from cardiovascular disease. His current term was set to expire in January. South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster named Graham's sister, Darlene Graham-Nordone, the temporary replacement. One person is dead after an ICE-involved shooting in Maine early this morning. Pro-immigrant protesters gathered near the scene, demanding answers. Details on the victim and the moments leading up to the shooting have not yet been released. The FBI is expected to join state police in that investigation. An update on the New York mom killed in Ireland. Irish authorities say the suspect in 43-year-old Jamie Carney's death is her boyfriend, an immigrant who was denied asylum in the country. Irish police told he's been detained in Jordan, where they believe he fled to. President Trump showcasing IndyCar at the White House ahead of the Freedom 250 Grand Prix. He was joined by top drivers at the White House. The race route will take place on the National Mall. You can watch the race right here on Fox on August 23rd. In Washington, I'm Bill Malugin. Have a great night.
Fox 29 News in HD is sponsored by Xfinity Mobile.
We are just a little over 24 hours out from the MLB All-Star Game. Some of baseball's biggest fans and stars are pouring into the city of brotherly love. Citizens Bank Park is the place to be, and Fox 29 has you covered for every single minute. Sluggers are taking center stage tonight in the Home Run Derby, and then tomorrow the All-Stars arrive in style. A red carpet show at Independence Mall in the afternoon, and then the big All-Star Game in South Philly at night. So much to look forward to. Thanks for joining us here at 6. I'm Sheba Russell. First pitch is at 8, and you can feel the energy building. SEPTA is offering free rides from NRG Station for all the events after the Home Run Derby and the All-Star Game. Very much similar to the World Cup. A note for fans heading out of the ballpark, complimentary trips will end at 11:59 p.m. So don't dawdle. Chris, you've been hanging out with the fans. Are you seeing a lot of Phillies jerseys out there?
I would say 75, 80% all Phillies jerseys here at the Home Run Derby. They just opened the gates, about an hour ago, and everyone's getting their pictures next to the All-Star Game logo. They are absolutely pouring their way in here, one of Major League Baseball's most fan-friendly events. They are here to see one thing: home run bombs here at the bank. Take a look at some video. All-Star Weekend, yes, continues tonight. Fans have been pouring in here, wearing their jerseys and carrying their baseball gloves. This is really one of the big highlights, an event they've been doing since 1985. I just checked, tickets are going for over $1,500. That's for the Home Run Derby tonight. We met one guy. We met 7,000 miles he traveled from Taiwan to see his hero, Bryce Harper. He even has tattoos of Harper's autograph and his number on his arm. Why do you love Bryce Harper so much?
Because when I watch him, I'm 12 years old. I
I watch him from National DC from to back Philadelphia.
This is awesome. So we take these guys on a stadium tour. This Philadelphia is their 21st stadium, and to see the All-Star game for their 21st stadium is pretty cool. So they've been to a lot of places, and coming to Philly for an All-Star game, it can't get more special than that.
I'm excited to see Kyle Schwarber.
Think he'll hit a few out of there?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Philly? Is it Kyle Schwarber?
Yeah.
Or Bryce Harper?
Probably Kyle Schwarber.
How excited are you for being here tonight?
I'm really excited.
As we bring you back out here live, I actually did a little bit of research here. What is the best section to be in at the Home Run Derby? Sheba, from what I understand, my friends at Casino.com actually surveyed 27,000 home run balls over the last 5 years in Major League Baseball stadiums, and they come up with section 142 through 144 has the best chance of catching a home run ball. And Sheba, I can give you those odds even better. If you are in those sections and you have one of these, there's a very good chance you will get a home run ball.
Yeah,
they're giving these out of the home run. Geico's giving these out for the outfield people. People have tickets in the outfield, those sections. You'll get a giant, ridiculously large home run derby baseball mitt. Hopefully you can catch a ball or two. But 8 o'clock, great family-friendly event. A lot of kids here excited. They're hoping to catch one of these balls.
That's a great keepsake. I would imagine the people around you, if you put that up, would be really upset. Because then you can't see anything. Yeah. You know? Or you might hit somebody in the head.
I'm hoping no one gets bonked in the head, right?
All
Fingers
right.
crossed.
Yeah.
We'll be watching.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Let's turn to your weather right now. And Mother Nature is, again, cranking up the heat. This is a live look out at Independence Mall. Closures have already begun for all of the MLB All-Star Week festivities. It took me a long time to get to work, Kathy, because I had no idea that this area around our station, essentially, that some streets have been closed off already, and that will be the same thing for tomorrow. In terms of temperatures, today feels really perfect. A nice breeze going on out there. Should we be concerned that that might impact the Home Run Derby, that wind?
No, not at all. I mean, there isn't really that much, especially as we get closer to sunset. And as you can see, I mean, picture perfect, blue skies, not a lot in the way of humidity this afternoon, and temperatures are comfortable in the 80s. So right now, we're in the comfort zone, and that's not the way it's going to stay. Philadelphia 85, Doylestown 82, and those dew point temperatures in the 60s. So yes, that means it's a little sticky, but definitely not oppressive. That's going to be coming a little later in the week. So tonight at 8 o'clock, it's Citizens Bank Park for that Home Run Derby. We're talking about a temperature of 81 degrees. Very comfortable for the fans in the stands, and a south-southwesterly wind at 9 miles an hour that typically favors the left-handed batter, and they will hit, obviously, toward the right field wall. Overnight lows in the 60s. Highs tomorrow are going to be well into the 90s, and it's going to get warm really quickly. By 11 o'clock in the morning, it's already 86, and by the afternoon, 95 in Philadelphia. So for the All-Star game, we're talking about heat, we're talking about humidity. You're going to need lots of water for that. And as we look at the next couple of days, Wednesday we get it to 101. That's when the heat watch goes into effect. That's when the heat turns dangerous. And then we keep the heat wave going Thursday and even into Friday. This will be our 5th heat wave of the year. We'll send it back to you.
Kathy, thank you. A new space for veterans is now open in Philadelphia as MLB and Phillies Charities celebrate their final All-Star Legacy project. The group's unveiling the new Independence floor at the Veterans Multi-Service Center in Old City. It follows renovations of the facility's 5th floor and repairs to its elevator. The Fanatic, you know, always being such a great cheerleader, huh? The upgrades create a more accessible space for veterans to receive mental health support, housing help, and other services. Baseball fans with an opportunity to see the game's biggest stars right in our backyard. It is sweeter when familiar faces are in the lineup. Breland Moore is live at the bank in 15 seconds.
Dear America, get to Toyota's Independence Day sales event and get more bang for your buck.
Get Toyota Independence Day savings on your favorite hybrids like the all-hybrid Camry or RAV4. Toyota. Let's go places.
This is quite the scene here at FanFest as we inch closer and closer to the start of the Home Run Derby tonight at 8. But I'm going to take a step out here because I want you to just see the scene going on here. All of the mascots are out here in a dance battle at the moment. And I have it on very good authority, guys, that there is going to be a very special guest singing celebrity karaoke. I'll give you a little bit of a hint. He's a ginormous human being who may or may not play in the stadium across the street. Yeah, one of the Eagles. I think you can guess who it is. It's coming, sing a little karaoke. Monet Davis is also here. It's unbelievable, the scene here as we get closer to that Home Run Derby. And we all know who you guys are rooting for here. Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber both are in the Home Run Derby tonight. And they joked earlier that there might be some sort of fantasy football style punishment for the loser or whoever does worse in this Home Run Derby. But when it really comes down to it, both of those teammates are so excited to be involved in this, so excited for each other as well, and they are rooting each other on at the end of the day.
It should be a lot of fun. I think, I've said it to Schwartz, he said it to me, like if I don't win it, I want him to win it and vice versa, obviously. So I think we're looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think the show is going to be good. There's a lot of guys in this derby that hit the ball really far and have a great chance.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it ends up with me or Bryce in the finals, but we're excited for this opportunity, excited for it to be here at our ballpark.
Okay, so as you obviously can see, it's lit out here, and I think a certain offensive lineman is standing right there by the stage steps, getting ready for his All-Star Week debut. But for more on what's going on inside us, the scene is insane out here. Let's send it to Scott Grayson, who's inside of Citizens Bank Park right now. Hey, Scott.
Yeah, Breland, sounds like you guys are having a great time out here. I can tell you inside the bank, the excitement is building in here as well. The players all starting to gather, some of them, the crowd gathering around the batting cage because both teams have taken BP so far, but up next are the 8 participants in the Home Run Derby to take their swings and start getting loose for the big thing tonight, the big event. So maybe you can see some of these couches that are covered over here on the side. This is right in front of the Phillies dugout. That is where some of the players will be sitting and watching that are not competing in the Derby to watch the balls fly out of here. We all know this ballpark. We all know how it behaves when it gets warm. The ball can fly out of here. I can tell you, Breland, I know you know outside as well, it is hot. It is hot down here, a slight breeze, but the ball should fly tonight. I think we're going to see some very huge tape measure shots. I can also tell you before we got down here earlier, I had the chance to talk to Alex Rodriguez of Fox Sports. Got a lot of his thoughts. You'll hear what he had to say coming up in just a little bit on the Phantastic Sports Show. But the excitement building down here. Can't wait for the Derby to begin. We'll see you in a little bit. Breland, let's go back outside to you.
Thank you so very much, Scott. By the way, this dance contest with the mascots is cracking me up. But for tonight's Phantastic Sports Show Go Vote, really easy question. Who you got this evening? You got 8 contestants in the Home Run Derby. Who you going with to win the whole thing? Personally, I'm going Kyle Schwarber, but you can take your pick. Fox29.com/GoVote. We'll revisit this in about 10 minutes or so on the Phantastic Sports Show. But yeah, this is Sheba. I don't even know what to make of this. This is absolutely insane. And I don't know, Rob. Can we pan over? Can you see our special someone waiting to sing his song and serenade the masses? So I'm going to send it back to you in the meantime, Sheba.
Oh, enjoy it all, Breland. We're definitely jealous here in the studio. Thank you, Breland. Developing tonight, investigators back at a home in Olney today. Philadelphia police say the activity is part of ongoing efforts to obtain more evidence. The FBI confirming its evidence response team is also there assisting police. The property on the 400 block of West Chew Avenue has been under investigation since the arrest of 44-year-old Eugene Horsch. He's facing gun and drug charges after police say an incident in June led to his arrest in Old City. Police say they found guns, chemicals they believe he used to make drugs and other suspicious items inside the house in Olney. Horsch's preliminary hearing is set for August 6. 2 people are facing charges in connection with a major drug bust. Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner says 46-year-old Rabata Reynolds and 51-year-old Ephraim Ramsey stored and distributed drugs with an estimated cost of $6 million. Investigators say last December, the Delaware River Port Authority police stopped Reynolds on the Ben Franklin Bridge returning from New York City. Police say they recovered a handgun and drug packaging materials that led to a search warrant for a house on the 2000 block of Pemberton Street in South Philly. Police say they recovered 2 kilos of fentanyl pills, a gallon jug of PCP, and 3 handguns there.
We did find that he was supplying with an individual named Khalil Dandy. Investigation of Mr. Dandy led us to conclude that he was the owner, manager of a drug block in Kensington at the intersection of Kensington Avenue and E Street.
Investigators arrested Ramsey, accusing him of being a bulk supplier on the West Coast. Authorities say they recovered 58 kilos of cocaine hidden inside shipping containers. A new face is headed to the U.S. Senate from South Carolina. The governor of South Carolina today naming the person who will temporarily fill the seat of the late Senator Lindsey Graham, the office staying in the family at least until the end of his term.
Fox is your home for the biggest World Cup ever. The biggest stars.
Magical Messi.
The biggest games. One golden dream.
What on earth have we just witnessed?
The 2026 FIFA World Cup on Fox 1.
Workers.
Philadelphia police are searching for 3 people accused of 2 burglaries in Center City. This surveillance video shows the incidents on June 9th and 10th. Police say around 11:45 at night, they targeted Smokers Point on Pine Street and then later broke into Poppy's Mini Mart and Tobacco on South Street. Anyone with information is asked to contact police. Both look like nails in the video there. New details tonight involving a deadly mass shooting in Philadelphia's Crescentville neighborhood. Tonight, we know a total of 5 people were shot less than 24 hours ago. 1 man did not survive. And as our Joanne Pileggi reports, most of the victims are teenagers.
Well, it definitely wasn't fireworks. 17 shots were fired, and when it was over, 1 person was dead, 4 others were injured.
About 15 shots. 15, 16 shots. I kind of thought it was like something like an AR-15 or something like that.
Most residents here not willingly spilling the tea about a mass shooting at Hill Creek Apartments in Lawncrest, Northeast Philly.
Nothing new around here. Get a lot of gunfire. Like maybe 3 weeks, maybe a month ago, I heard it right in front of my door.
But around midnight Sunday, police responded to gunfire in the 500 block of East Hill Creek Drive. It's a complex of more than 300 two-story brick Philadelphia Housing Authority apartments. It's one of the largest in the city.
We received a 911 call for juveniles at a location inside the complex here that had been shot.
Cops found 2 teens who'd been shot and took them to the hospital. Elsewhere in the complex, they found an adult male and 2 others had also been shot. The adult male was deceased at the hospital. This resident fearful and keeps his son inside.
Well, if you give these kids something else to do, that they wouldn't have a need to go mess with guns, you know. Give them, but you know, there are places around here, but it's far and few in between.
Cops reviewing surveillance cameras and trying to find out how it started and who had a gun or guns.
It seems to have stemmed from some kind of party that was out here, but unsure of the motive at this time.
Late this afternoon, Philadelphia police sent a detail of officers on bicycle into the complex. In the meantime, Philadelphia Housing Authority and homicide detectives continue their investigation of this fatal shooting. In Lawncrest, I'm Joanne Pileggi, Fox 29 News.
Caught on police body cam, officers rescuing 2 people stranded in the floodwaters during the heavy storms last week. This was in East Brunswick, New Jersey, near Valley Forge Road, just after 2:30 Thursday afternoon. Police reminding drivers, never try to drive through flooded roads. Turn around, don't drown. Back in our area, a live look now in Ocean City. High 70s out there. Just a really great day to head to the shore. It's a bit cloudy, but we'll take it. Kathy has your forecast in 15 seconds.
If you're a caregiver taking care of a family member or unhappy with the home care agency you are using now, today's a great time to join the Patriot Home Care family. Ask about our flexible hours, weekly pay, excellent benefits, and our $2,000 sign-on bonus. Call Patriot Home Care today.
We are excited for this week. It is going to be a warm one, but a lot going on in the Delaware Valley. Let's take you back to Citizens Bank Park in South Philadelphia, where the Home Run Derby is going to get underway in less than 2 hours. A lot of excitement building, a lot of blue sky as well, with temperatures that are in the 80s. And when we begin, we'll be in the lower 80s. Right now, a southwest wind at 14. That's a good home run wind. Our prevailing wind in the summer season is southwest. Temperatures in the 80s from Allentown through Exton, Philadelphia, and Wilmington, 70s in Millville, Cape May, and down the shore. Dew point temperatures in the 50s and 60s. 50s are comfortable. 60s get a little sticky. And for that Home Run Derby tonight, 81 degrees when we kick it off at 8 p.m. South-southwesterly winds expected around 9 miles an hour. Those overnight lows in the 60s, the average low being 70 for this time of year. And during the day tomorrow, we start off at 71. You know it's going to be hot when you start off at 71. By 1 o'clock, it's 90. By the afternoon, it's close to our high of 95 degrees. 95 in the city for your Tuesday. Allentown 96, the same in Reading, 94 in Wilmington, and the southerly wind keeping it warm down the shore in the mid to upper 80s. So hot everywhere. That extreme heat watch goes into the day on Wednesday for the heat and humidity to combine to make it feel like it's around 110. I'm not going to wear this dress on Wednesday. It's going to make you feel hot. We'll wear some brighter colors. All-Star Game, of course, that's coming up tomorrow night at Citizens Bank Park. The temperature will be 90 degrees, and with that wind, we should see a lot of home runs. Hot temperatures, southwest winds, and humidity help to make that ball fly. Down the shore, Tuesday 83, Wednesday 93, and Thursday 87 degrees. On your 7-day forecast from the Weather Authority, how about 101 on Wednesday, Thursday 98, Friday 95. There is your 4-day heat wave. Saturday and Sunday, some storms building, trying to break that heat. And by Monday, still a chance of a storm, the high temperature 85. That's a look at your 7-day forecast. We'll be back with more news right after this.
Fox is your home for the biggest World Cup ever. The biggest stars.
Magical Messi.
The biggest games. One golden dream.
What on earth have we just witnessed?
The 2026 FIFA World Cup on Fox 1.
Right now, we've learned that South Carolina's governor has appointed the late Senator Lindsey Graham's sister, Darlene Graham Nordone, to serve the remainder of his term. Graham died over the weekend at the age of 71 due to an aortic dissection. That is a tear in the main artery that carries blood to the heart. Nordone will fill in for Graham until the end of his term in January. She will be the first woman to represent South Carolina in the Senate and is expected to be sworn in on Monday.
It is such a privilege to get to finish some of his important work, and I promise to work hard over the next several months to support the president and carry forward the efforts of my brother on behalf of the citizens of South Carolina and the United States.
A special election will be held next month to pick a new Republican nominee in the general election for Graham's seat. New Jersey Attorney General Jennifer Davenport is joining a multi-state lawsuit to block Paramount's $110 billion takeover of Warner Brothers. The lawsuit claims the proposed merger would combine 2 of Hollywood's 5 major film distributors and 2 of the 5 major basic cable companies. It also says the move will harm movie theaters, cable distributors, and consumers nationwide. Paramount has not yet responded. We'll be right back. Soccer fans in our area will have a chance to see the U.S. women's national team in the fall. U.S. Soccer announcing the women's national team will face Spain twice in October. That includes a match at Subaru Park in Chester on October 27th, and the team will also play Spain in Washington, D.C. Right now, Jason and Breland are standing by live at Citizens Bank Park. The Phantastic Sports Show is on the road and counting down to the Home Run Derby. Hey there.
Hey, we're excited to be here, Sheba, Breland. It's going to be a fun show. Look at all the fans. Look at all the red back there.
I know. So let's get this thing started.
Coming up tonight, a Buxton bomb here. It's Derby Day. Will we see a Philly dubbed home run champ?
Hopefully it ends up with, me or Bryce in the finals.
If I don't win it, I want him to win it and vice versa.
Excited for it to be here at our ballpark.
Plus, we got a whole bunch of fun events at the bank with plenty of sights and sounds.
It was amazing, and this is like one of the best days ever.
Whether you call it a home run, a dinger, a tater, a dong, whatever it is, it's the Derby and it's tonight. Hey now, you're an all-star. What time is it?
It's time to get fantastic.
This is the Phantastic Sports Show, All-Star Game Edition, presented by Toyota.
And you are looking live at the ballpark on the field where soon Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, and 6 other sluggers will battle it out for the Home Run Derby. Citizens Park looking beautiful here on Derby night. Breland, this is a night we have been looking forward to for a year.
Yeah, it's been unbelievable to watch this whole thing come together. It's been an unbelievable summer. First of all, let's start with that. With the PGA Championship, FIFA World Cup, and now Philadelphia is hosting the All-Star festivities. As Jason mentioned, the Home Run Derby is this evening at 8 o'clock. And then, of course, that All-Star game is tomorrow night, which you can watch it, guess where? Right here on Fox 49. But here's what's on deck tonight, is we have a Phantastic with a PH show for you right now. Also, by the way, we're at FanFest, and Betsy Ross is singing karaoke. So there's that.
There's some shenanigans going on.
Yeah, but here's what's on deck tonight. So we have a one-on-one with A-Rod. Our sports executive producer, Scott Grayson, is inside. I caught up with him a little bit earlier, and we're going to give you all the sights and sounds of Media Day. And then, of course, I mean, look at this scene right now. This is going to be an awesome, awesome evening. And we'll bring you all the sights and sounds from FanFest as well.
We're going to go right down there and just mingle with people. See what it's a lot of red, a lot of powder blue, baby blue out there as well. So we're going to talk to some fans. It's you. This show is about you, the Philly sports fan. And if you can't be here at the Home Run Derby, we're taking you with us. So sit back, relax, enjoy the next 30 minutes. Phantastic Sports Show, Home Run Derby edition continues after this.
Dear Baseball, with Toyota's incredible lineup, everyone's an all-star. From infielders to closers and all their fans. Stare down, wind up, and let's go. Toyota. Get great offers on your favorite Toyota SUVs like Corolla Cross, RAV4, 4Runner, and Grand Highlander. Your local Toyota dealers are a proud partner of the Philadelphia Phillies. Toyota, let's go places.
All right, welcome back to our Home Run Derby pregame show. We'll call it that.
Yeah,
the Phantastic Sports Show Home Run Derby edition.
Yeah. By the way, I mentioned some karaoke behind. Betsy Ross is currently singing right now, and I have a sneaking suspicion, I have it on good authority, that a certain Eagles offensive lineman will be next on the karaoke machine. But right now, we want to go inside the ballpark to Scott Grayson, and guess what? He actually caught up with A-Rod earlier. Hey, Scott.
Yeah, Breland, Jason, great to be with you here. Obviously, a lot going on. Right now, behind me, you can see the American League taking batting practice. And the one guy with the yellow shoes on just to the side, he's waiting his turn to get in there again. None other than the Delco kid, the rookie all-star, Kevin McGonigal. He will be looking to take his hacks here shortly. American League out here getting some swings. This place inside, I'm sure as you guys know outside, starting to fill up, getting ready for the Home Run Derby. Now, as you said, Breland, I did have the chance to talk to Fox Sports commentator Alex Rodriguez earlier today. Here's how that sounded.
Well, what I remember most, Scott, is that my first All-Star game was basically 30 years ago today, right here in Philly. And it was a place where I met my childhood hero, and was his teammate for the first time, Cal Ripken Jr., which was awesome. Of course, it wasn't in this beautiful park. It was a turf, which was very famous and had a lot of great history for the Philly fans. But there's nothing like playing your All-Star game in your home field in front of these great fans. These are some of the most passionate, smartest fans of sports, and they're playing well. They're being led now by Don Mattingly. They have Harper, they have Schwarber, 50 home runs between them. It's going to be a very exciting ball game tomorrow, and even a more exciting second half of the season.
The home run derby tonight. Two Phillies obviously are going to be the ones cheering the loudest, getting the loudest cheers here. Schwarber, Harper. Give me kind of a rundown, a breakdown, if you will, of all the guys in the home run derby and really who you like to possibly win it tonight.
Well, I always like lefties for the most part, and you know, good news for Phillies. They have two great lefties in Schwarber and Harper. They have now over 50 home runs combined. Also keep an eye on Caminero. This guy's a guy that has as good as bat speed, and the sound just comes off differently off his bat. So those are the three names I'll be watching for tonight.
And the game tomorrow, tell me what you're kind of looking for with that. Christopher Sanchez obviously getting the start here. First starting pitcher for the Phillies to have in a game since Roy Halladay. What are you seeing out of him and for the Phillies in general that get to participate here?
Well, I think there's nothing cooler than being the starting pitcher in your home park for an All-Star game. Sanchez gets the ball tomorrow. He's a three-pitch guy. He holds runners on well. He fields his position. He's a great athlete. He's a fantastic competitor. And I think he's made beautifully, tailor-made for tomorrow night right here in this ballpark.
And you're looking live at Kevin McGonigal. He just finished another round of batting practice, really taking all this in, and what a ride it's been for him. Something to watch tonight other than the Phillies that are all going to be participating. I got to tell you, the fans really coming in here, they understand the mission, right? Going to cheer for the Phillies, maybe cheer for the local guys as well, like McGonigal, Mike Trout. But when Juan Soto was going in and out of the dugout, Philly fans did what Philly fans do. They made sure he knew. They booed, and they gave him the welcome that, Phillies fans should give to Mets fans. But again, batting practice going on here. The National League already hit. The stands starting to fill up a lot. The energy starting to fill in here. We are starting to get a breeze that is blowing a little bit from home plate to right field. You heard A-Rod said this park favors lefties. We know that. Two Phillies lefties going to compete tonight. Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper. Should be a lot of fun. They have 50 home runs between them. But I think the conditions are really starting to set up well for those two guys tonight. And again, here comes Kevin McGonigal. We'll let you see him take one or two swings here. But a lot of excitement, a lot of, the couches are set up, the stage is set. It's going to be great for this home run derby tonight. Kevin McGonigal, the local kid, what a ride, what a story he is living out here today. So that does it from down here on the field inside Citizens Bank Park. Home run derby night, guys. Can't wait. Let's send it back outside to you.
Awesome. It's electric in there. It's electric out here. The wind blowing out to right field, so the lefties will have a shot. Breland, what's going on behind us?
So Jordan Mailata just sang "Eye of the Tiger" while Scott was in Citizens Bank Park looking at Kevin McGonigal. We got a wonderful Eagles chant and a serenade, if I can call it that. It was beautiful.
Yeah. I wouldn't expect "Eye of the Tiger" to be the song he sang.
I mean, Rocky, I guess.
Listen, Jordan can sing, and he sounded great.
That was amazing. So anyway, we've got to go vote for you because we are here for the home run derby, not for a Jordan Mailata concert. And it's really, really easy. Who are you rooting for? The majority of people going. By the way, Jordan Mailata won the karaoke contest just now. But who's winning this go vote? Kyle Schwarber so far, and I agree with the people at home.
It's Schwarbomb and home run derby. It's all synonymous. I like Kyle to win it too because he's left-handed, because his swing is just set up for home runs.
Yeah.
He's the batter's eye, the home field advantage, all of it. I would be surprised if Bryce Harper went to the final. I think it could be maybe Junior Caminero. We'll see. It should be exciting.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh, are we getting an encore? I'm not entirely sure what's going on behind us.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to give this to Miss
He's going to give an award.
Okay. Well, he's giving his award away to Betsy Ross. So let me tell you, it's just quite a scene here. Should we take a little time out?
Well, let's take a little time. If you're just tuning in, we're at the Fan Fest. We're at the Fan All-Star Fan Zone. That's where we are. So these people have tickets to the game. They're here. There's parties. There's food trucks. There's everything. And what are we? About an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah. So we've got a lot going on.
Yep.
We'll be right back after this short time out.
Fox is your home for the biggest World Cup ever. The biggest stars.
Magical Messi.
The biggest games. One golden dream.
What on earth have we just witnessed?
The 2026 FIFA World Cup on Fox 1.
All right, so the last starting pitcher at an All-Star game to start a home game, if you will, I'm going to go, I think it was a Dodger a couple of years ago, like Kershaw or, I'm not sure. I would go with Dodger.
That's what you're going to go with?
I'm going to go with that, yeah.
All right.
It's been a while.
I don't know.
Or maybe not.
You know what? Why don't we find out in 15 seconds?
Wait, that text. I get the first bite.
Oh, okay.
The feeling you remember, wrapped up in a hoagie. Same Hoagie Fest love, now a full meal. Gotta have a Wawa.
Figured I'd get the Dodger answer, right?
Of course.
Come on.
We're still hanging out at Fan Fest here outside of Citizens Bank Park. The Home Run Derby inching closer and closer here. 8 p.m. is your start time. Of course, your two Phillies, Kyle Schwarber or Bryce Harper in this one. It should be a fun one.
And a very different one. First of all, we're in front of the Netflix house. They're promoting everything Netflix. This game will be on Netflix tonight. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I guess we have no choice. I don't either. A lot of people won't be able to see it because, you know, subscription-wise, you know, you won't
and
be
like,
able to
if
see
you
it.
want to go watch at a bar, is the bar going to have Netflix?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's an odd.
But then, can you curse on the broadcast? I mean, can you say whatever you want? I don't know.
It's on Netflix.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's going to be really interesting. But yeah, you mentioned some of these rule changes here. So let's pull that up a little bit here. So tons of different things here. No timer, no outs.
Which is huge. No timer. You get 20 swings.
Right. So
and you can take your time with those swings.
And then round 2 in the finals, you only have 15 swings.
Right.
And then the round continues with a home run on the last swing. So no bonus rounds and no bracket.
Right. No. So it's basically the The hungriest dogs will eat. The tiebreaker is great, though, because it will have to do with the farthest home run. Whoever hits the longest home run will have the tiebreaker.
I'm going to be really honest. I think this favors Kyle Schwarber.
It has to.
Ice in his veins.
Yeah,
it makes every swing count. I think, I don't know. I just have a really good feeling. He was asked, it was kind of funny earlier. Somebody asked him, who do you want, or who's going to win the Derby? And he's like, well, I hope me. And so I hope he is too.
Remember the little swing off they had last year in Atlanta, and he won that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
He can hit the home run when he needs to hit the home run. He's used to the batter's eye. He's used to this ballpark. The wind is blowing out for lefties. It's just, if you ask me to take Kyle Schwarber or the field or the other 7 hitters, I'll take Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah, I think so too. So this is going to be so much fun, and I'm super excited. Do you want to go mingle with the people?
Yeah, let's go talk to some
mingle
fans.
with the people?
We got a Yankee fan. We're going to skip him right here. This kid. Hey, hello, folks. We're live on television right now. Are you excited? Who are you guys excited? Who wins tonight? Who wins the Derby?
Schwarber all day. Schwarber. Yeah, no comp.
No comp at all. Have you ever been to a home run derby before?
No. Never. Nope.
But you brought your gloves, so are you planning on catching one of those bad boys?
Yeah.
Awesome. Can we? Oh, look at this! Look at these hats, guys! Look at all these hats.
Let's see the glove. Let's see the glove. Hold it up for us.
Yeah. Oh, this is the big glove.
No, but put it on. Put it on. Oh, here, I'll hold your bucket. There we go.
Hold your bucket.
Look at this. You can't miss a home run ball with this thing. This is great. And they're giving that away to fans. And look at that. You can take that to your Little League game and make some great catches there at shortstop, right?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Did you? Where did you get that?
If you scan a QR code, you can find them over there, and you have to stand in line to get one of these.
Now, who's your favorite Philly?
Bryce Harper.
Well, let's see the jersey. Turn around for it. There it is.
There it is.
So you're rooting for MV3 tonight, then? Are you rooting for Bryce Harper or Kyle Schwarber? Which hitter do you want to win?
Bryce Harper.
Yeah. How about you, young man?
Who do I want to win or who I think's gonna win?
Well, okay, both.
So I think Kyle Schwarber's gonna win, but I really want Harper to win another hometown derby because it was really cool when he did it in Washington, and I don't want Washington to have anything over the Phillies because I think the Phillies are better than the Nationals.
Yeah,
I love it.
This guy, no. Now, who's this gentleman in the Braves? Is this a friend of yours or no?
No.
No,
it's not a
you
friend
guys
of
are friends?
Yeah.
So you're a Braves fan?
Yeah.
And are you from Atlanta?
No, I'm from Charlotte.
Oh,
so
Charlotte.
Closest thing.
Okay, all right. So you came. Have you ever been to an All-Star game before?
No.
Are you? So who's your favorite player?
For the Braves?
Yeah.
Acuna?
Oh, get out of here! I'm kidding. I'm teasing you. Yeah. In Philly, he's not our favorite. You understand?
Well, Jason, these young men just weighed in on who they think is going to win the Derby. Should we check our Go Vote?
Let's
because
do
we
it.
asked you guys at home who's going to win the Derby, and overwhelmingly, Kyle Schwarber is the people's vote at home.
Yeah.
I tend to agree with the people, but I think either Kyle or Bryce would be so much fun and a great story, like these kids just said.
Yeah, I know it will be, and All-Star games and home run derbies usually see a potpourri of fans from different teams.
Potpourri is a great word for it.
It is so Philly heavy here.
Yeah.
And these are not cheap tickets at all. But I mean, you'd expect to see, a Yankee fan, Met fans. No,
there's a few. There's a few here and there.
I want to say 95% Phillies fans.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you here. I'm looking around and it's just fills. I don't even think I see another fan.
What is
except
the sign
for
you have? Why is everybody bald?
Why is everyone bald?
So I do this thing where I make people bald when I'm mad at them, but I'm not mad at them. I want them to hit some dingers.
So I love it. Who do you think's gonna win this Derby? Kyle Schwarber or Bryce Harper?
Kyle Schwarber. Oh my God. Kyle is going to hit me in the head with the baseball, and I'm gonna thank him for it.
Okay. Well, hopefully your hot dog hat protects you.
Okay, what do we have here? What is this?
I have some loaded tots. I really like potatoes, and they looked really delicious.
yeah.
So I'm about to put my face in this.
Beautiful. There's
We're
food
hungry.
trucks. There's all sorts of fun things here at the Fan Fest. We'll be right back, and we'll bring you more from it.
Fox is your home for the biggest World Cup ever. The biggest stars.
Magical Messi.
The biggest games. One golden dream.
What on earth have we just
The
witnessed?
2026 FIFA World Cup on Fox 1.
All right, it's the Fantastic Sports Show All-Star Edition. Breland and I here. We've been looking forward to this day for a long, long time. It's here, the Netflix house behind us.
Yeah, and we've not been inside, so that's it. Let's go check that out after the show
we'll have to
here.
do that.
But we talked about the Phillies playing in their home ballpark. Obviously, there's 6 of them involved in this All-Star game, and that's awesome for them, but they're not the only people who have connections to Citizens Bank Park. Mike Trout, Kevin McGonigal, both hashtag from here. And they are so excited to be able to have an all-star game, especially Kevin McGonigal. It's his first one ever, and to be able to have it to be able to have it at home is just a real honor. Take a listen.
It's hard to put in words. Being back home, like sleeping in my childhood bed last night was unbelievable, but just being here with all these guys, just taking in the full experience at home is really hard to put into words. I think it's all going to hit me tomorrow on the line during the national anthem.
Be able to come here and represent the American League and obviously lead off in center field in front of family, friends. It's a special time for me, and I'm excited.
And while there are celebrations for those guys, there's also a little bit of a controversy going on here, Jason, because Zach Wheeler was not an all-star, and then after he had said that it was disrespectful that he wasn't an all-star, then they tried to offer him a spot in the all-star game, and he's like, no, I don't want it now. You should just give it to me in the first place, which is fair. I think it's very valid.
I don't. I actually think it's a terrible decision on his part. We haven't talked about this, but I think these are two wrongs that don't make a right. Should Zach Wheeler have been invited early on? Yes. Should he have declined? No. I think it's petty. I think he should be here. I know he's upset that he wasn't originally invited. It's his home field. He should be here, even if he's not going to pitch. The fans wanted to see him. He probably would have had fun. 7 Phillies here, and I think it's petty for him to have missed out on this.
Okay, look, this is no disrespect to Jesus Luzardo, but I think Zach Wheeler should have been in over Jesus Luzardo if you're going to take another Philly. And the fact that he wasn't, if I was Zach Wheeler, I would have been mad too. And now they were like, oh, you can come now. No, you don't want it now. It was the principle of it all.
I know.
You don't want it now. I completely back him up. I think, and he's, you know what? He's earned the right to be like, kick rocks.
It's too bad. I would have liked to have seen him, but
yeah, me too.
Anyway, you know, he's been with I think 3 others in his career. I talked to Chris Sale. This is his 10th All-Star game, and he says they're all. I mean, each one is as important as the one before. So it just goes to show. I even asked Logan Webb of the San Francisco Giants, who's here and had worse numbers than Zach Wheeler. I said, "Whoa, what do you have to say about Zach not declining?" And he said, "I wish I could give him my spot on the roster." So you have that bite? Okay, great. Let's hear Logan Webb.
I think Zach definitely should have been here. I would have given my spot to have him be here. So, he's one of the best pitchers in baseball, has been for a long time. And, it always sucks when guys who are deserving don't make it. There was a couple years when I thought I should have made it and didn't make it, but I don't think I ever had stats that look like that.
Well, Zach Wheeler or no Zach Wheeler, the All-Star game still has to go on. And
I like a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah,
that's going to help us come October.
By the way, a lot of excitement going on here. 2 people right here are very, very excited. Guys, what's your name?
Ava. Ethan.
How excited are you to get in there and see the All-Star game?
Super excited.
Yeah, super. Who's your favorite player?
Schwarber.
So, Bryce Harper or Kyle Schwarber winning this thing? I think I know your answer, but...
Schwarber.
Yeah, what about you? Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber winning the home run derby today?
Schwarber.
All right, awesome. So we got 2 votes for Schwarber. They're on the go vote train, Jason, because that was the majority of what the people at home said too.
Have so much fun, you guys.
Yeah,
Enjoy it. All right, we'll be right back to close it out. Home Run Derby All-Star Night here in South Philly. We'll be right back on the Fantastic Sports Show.
Fox is your home for the biggest World Cup ever. The biggest stars.
Magical Messi.
The biggest games. One golden dream.
What on earth have we just witnessed?
The 2026 FIFA World Cup on Fox 1.
and welcome back. So the gates are open, the fans are in there.
Yeah.
It's great to be at the center of the baseball world here at Citizens Bank Park
yeah,
tonight.
And the Home Run Derby, of course, kicking off at 8 o'clock. Well, not kicking off, but starting at 8 o'clock tonight. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, tomorrow, the actual All-Star game itself, guess where you can watch that?
Right here.
Right here on Fox 29, and we'll be back out here pre-game as well for all the fun stuff all over again.
So you're going to go in and have some pizza, or what are you going to do here?
Yeah, probably a little pizza, see some Schwarbobs. What's better than that?
I know, it's great.
Yeah.
So we'll have much more tonight at 10.
Yeah.
Breland, this is fun. We'll do it again tomorrow.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, guys, enjoy it, and we'll see you.
The Pennsylvania Lottery.
Welcome to the Pennsylvania Lottery live this evening, Monday, July 13th, 2026. Thanks to tonight's witness, Stephen Daniels. The wild ball number is 9. And now pick 2. 6. Select tonight's pick 3. 4, 5, 8. Now select the pick 4. 8, 9, 9, 8. Pennsylvania Lottery drawings are independently audited by Selinkowski Axelrod. And next, pick 5. 7, 0, 7, 2, 0. And now cash 5 with quick cash. The numbers are 2,